what's BrotherBearTales? I am Randy and I'm here with
J Money.
And we are back with Bear Talk. Today, we are here to talk about living on campus versus living at home.
Should I stay or should I go now?
So, a lot of people will tell you living on campus is great and it is exactly what you want to do, but people are like, but the money though.
Yeah.
So,
money.
So one of the big pros to living at home is you get to save a lot of money. This is partially on who's paying for college, partially what kind of scholarships do you have. So it depends on a lot of things.
Yeah, if you stay at home, depending on, I guess, how nice your parents are or whatever, but if they let you stay at home,
yes,
and, they might pay for, your food, that's a big plus.
That's nice.
Pretty much you would only have to pay the tuition for college and the fees that come with it.
Yeah, and gas. You have to pay for gas to drive back and forth to school.
And gas is freaking expensive.
Yeah, gas is very expensive.
Especially if you own a truck or something.
Yeah, a good positive if you're living at home is you have your own room.
Yeah. Again, depending on your living situation,
it depends
how
on
nice
your
your parents are.
So a lot of this depends on that.
Yeah.
So living at home could be good if you have your own room, if they're still gonna pay for food, maybe they help you out with gas. If you're not gonna have to spend like anything to go to college if you stay at home, then that just might be a great situation for you.
Yeah.
That might be like A+.
Yeah, and you don't really have to adjust as much.
True. You don't have to adjust.
Depending on what house or if y'all moved, whatever. But you might have been in this house for a long time.
Possibly your whole life.
Yeah, you know every crevice, every thing about it, and it might be comforting for you, and it might help you study better or
get through college. Just less stress.
Yeah.
So a negative to living at home is you might have to get a job. Your parents might say, okay, we're fine with you living at home and paying for your food, but you need to get a job. Yeah. You need to earn some money, maybe pay us rent.
Yeah.
Like, once again, the living situation, maybe they make you pay you rent, maybe they make you pay for your own gas, maybe they'll make you contribute in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and they might, contribute, might make you do chores, whether folding clothes, washing dishes, mowing the grass, maintenance around the house.
They also might make you pay for college if you stay at home. Which, that's just like a completely different situation. Like, you might have said to pay for college in general.
It just depends on what your situation is. And whether it helps you or not.
So the positives to staying at home, and living on campus, and we have, both of our parents have talked to us about this. Neither one of our parents lived on campus. We did live on campus. Yeah. So it might seem like we're biased towards it, but my mom told me that if she would have lived on campus, my mom dropped out of college. She said if she would have lived on campus, she would have felt more inclined to continue working and get through college and get her degree, and she didn't. And your mom?
Yeah, my mom told me that she wished she would have lived on campus, just so she didn't have to commute, and it would have allowed her to, make more friends, be more involved with school or friends or activities in general. Just make college, more fun or more. Just give yourself more of a learning experience.
Exactly. And then we can attest that we lived on campus. We made a lot of friends. We made a podcast about it. We made a lot of friends our first year, and we made really good connections out of that. We've made friends in our major. We've worked hard with them, and it was really easy and convenient because we could just walk back and forth from the building to our apartments. First year, we had a dorm. Which is something to think about. Whenever you're in college and your living situation, you might start in a dorm, but for us, I know as time went on, it was better to have our own space. Yeah. So we got an apartment that was also on campus living. We got an apartment so we could have our own room, our own study space.
Yeah, you can do the math. Honestly, isn't it cheaper for you to live in an apartment?
Yeah, it's cheaper for me to live in the apartment than in the dorm because while it's a little more expensive to live in an apartment, it's cheaper with the meal plan. So it ends up working out to where it's a little cheaper.
Because you have your own kitchen. And they don't require as beefy of a meal plan.
No. And you can actually save money by buying groceries.
Yeah. So
actually starting soon they won't require a meal plan for us.
Yeah.
So theoretically you wouldn't have to have one, so you can save money on that as well.
Yeah.
But in my mind, living on campus has helped make friends. It's helped me like want to join clubs. Like I've joined clubs only because I lived on campus, and it was really easy to get to the meetings. Like I didn't have to drive out of my way to get to the meetings.
It's really helpful for projects, you know what I mean?
Yes. People can come over to your apartment and work on the projects.
Instead of y'all having to think of, can I come over to your house? Maybe parents might be doing something and that's not possible.
Yeah.
You can be like, hey, come to my apartment on campus that we can just walk to, you know? I mean, some people might be living on apartments, but on campus apartments, you can literally walk from your class to there. And it's really convenient for everyone.
And we're just talking about on-campus living. We're not talking about off-campus apartments. That's a whole other thing that we haven't talked to a ton of people about, and we're not experienced with ourselves, which is why we're not talking about it here today. But so the other thing about living off-campus is it's a lot more freedom. I mean, on campus there's a lot more freedom. You don't have your parents if your parents are hover parents and you have the ability to live off campus, on campus, my goodness, then your parents won't be hovering above you. You don't have to worry about them giving you chores or keeping an eye on you all the time. You have a lot more freedom.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a positive and a negative depending on what type of person you are. Some people in high school. Like you said, they might have hover parents, and then they come to college and they have so much freedom, and you can. It's easy to abuse it,
Yeah.
I can play video games all night and no one tells me anything.
And that could hurt you in school.
Yeah.
So,
or I can play sports all day or just anything in general.
Yeah.
So you gotta watch out for that for sure.
Yeah. I think living on campus makes it easier to study unless something like that happens. In general, it is easier to study because you don't have to worry about chores. You don't have to worry about your family, which they might not mean to get in the way of you studying, but it's very possible they do in college. You have your own room where you can escape to study and really focus in on what you're doing.
And every college has a main library, and we're pretty close to our library.
Yes.
And college library is usually huge and multiple stories, and you can study there. I think us personally, we kind of prefer to study in maybe our major buildings or our rooms.
Yes.
But some people really thrive studying in the library because it's kind of like an environment focused on studying. So you go there and you kind of don't get as distracted as much.
I think the big thing to take away is that living on campus, you're able to access your resources better. So our major buildings, or the library, or maybe there's printing that we need. It's a lot easier to get to those things if you live on campus because you can quickly walk there or walk back or walk there then walk to your building, and you don't have to worry about the drive time of getting stuck in traffic if you live at home. So this video is mainly for if you have an option. Because if you get stuck in traffic and maybe you were okay, I'll get there 15 minutes early so I can go print this thing. Well, then you get stuck in traffic or there's an accident and then those 15 minutes are gone, and then you end up being late to class without the thing you need to print, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. And also there's a lot of on-campus job options.
Yes.
So let's say you might need a job either to help pay for food, or if you want leisure activities, or maybe to help pay for college. On-campus job, they offer a lot of them, at least in our college.
Yeah, they have a good
bit. I was offered one. I worked for 2 years, and it was nice because you live on campus, you can walk to your job, you work there, and usually most of the time they're very lenient on scheduling because they know you're a student. You have to be a student to be in this job, so it helps. You get money and stuff like that.
You get money sometimes. There's not much going on. You can study a little bit, and they understand more because it's a work-study job.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they give you a little more leniency than a regular job would, which is really cool.
Yeah, and like you said, you can avoid chores. You don't have to mow grass or do whatever, and you just have to. I mean, when you live on campus, usually it's kind of either an apartment style or dorm style.
Yes.
And obviously you don't have to take care of your lawn.
The expectations might be a little higher if you live on campus because your parents are well, if they're living there, they better be focused on their work.
Yeah.
But with less distractions, it's easier to kind of get that grind going where you're super focused on school.
Yeah. And depending on your parents, not all parents are like that, but I kind of found, and I think you might have found, they're kind of sympathetic to helping you out, maybe money-wise or something like that. You know, you're not... I feel like if I stayed at home, my parents were like, all right, like, you can stay at home, but you need a job.
Yeah. And with on-campus living, it's like, wow, we never get to see you. Here's $20, or here's some money to help you out. We never get to see you. Come home. And you're like living on campus. Yeah.
But again, it depends on your parents.
And your relationship
we're
with them.
fortunate to have parents that are like that. And like you said, it can help you focus more in school, for sure. And like we said. You can be around on campus for study sessions.
Yep. To us, it seems like there's a lot more advantages to living on campus than there are staying at home. Yeah. Just because everything you're thrown into the atmosphere of college. Like it's not like you go home and you just like you leave the whole atmosphere. It's like you're in it and you're in the thick of things and you're gonna grind through it and you're gonna be here and it's gonna work and you're gonna work and it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's better than living at home. From our point of view.
Yeah. Again, it all depends. If you have a scholarship, it might actually save your parents money, you money, if you lived on campus.
So like Jay Money, he has a scholarship. He had a full scholarship, so it paid for his living and it paid for his meal plan that he had to have.
So it's actually cheaper for my parents because if I stayed at home, they'd be paying for my food and housing pretty much.
Water bill, electricity.
Yeah. So it actually saves them money, and obviously it saves me money. So it's kind of like a win-win.
And I got my first 2 years of housing paid for, so it's saving money too. So. And
I've met people who they just applied for tons of scholarships, and it really helped them money-wise.
And it just covers stuff like this.
Yeah.
And if you're active enough about getting scholarships, it's very possible that you can just afford to live on campus.
Yeah, and I mean, you've gotten scholarships too, just like random scholarships that pop up. They pop up all the time.
And you just apply for them, and you might be chosen. You never know. You just keep applying.
Yeah. It depends.
You, your parents, the whole situation.
Yeah. If you don't have scholarships, which is perfectly fine, it might benefit you staying at home. But if you do, it might benefit you from living on campus.
Yep.
Vice versa. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's about it. So that was living at home versus living on campus. If you have any questions, drop them down below. We will reply 100%. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Greatly appreciated. We greatly appreciate all the time you take out of your day to watch our videos. Anytime you take it all, it means a lot. Well, I'm Randy, and I'm here with
Jay Money.
This has been Bear Talk, and please bear with us until the next video.